taken this joke far enough!
It's not a joke or a prank.
We'll understand! Prove we're wrong to accuse you!
You welcome us, won't you?
Hey. Oh, hey.
Nice to meet you.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown, back with another reaction to Attack on Titan. This is episode 23, called Smile. Now last episode, they had to concede their loss, their massive loss in this, and go back to, I think it was Kalanith District, and it sounds like Eren is no longer going to be in the custody of the scouts. I don't know exactly what they're going to do to him, or with him, but he won't be with them. And in the review for the coming episode, it showed that Armin was going to be trying to talk to some of the cadets that had gone over to the security section and clue them in to help him out with an undercover plan. Hopefully that goes well. Armin is very smart with that kind of stuff, so I expect it to at least partially work, whatever it is, and hopefully it keeps Eren from being locked up or researched or any other fucked up shit happening to him. But we'll go ahead and see if we find out what's going to happen to Eren in this episode. Sometimes this stuff takes a little while to play out. But yeah, let's get it started.
I expect the best from my daughter. Who told you it was time to rest?
Maybe this time they'll just dissect him and get it over with.
Oh, God.
Let him pass through and seal the gate behind him.
The hands of heretics must never taint the sanctity of our walls!
These lunatics all worship the walls as if they're some kind of god. It creeps me out.
Damn cold.
Yeah, those are the people you might want to be afraid of, not Eren. Have them dissected.
Look who's finally awake. You look so terrifying when you're asleep, I didn't dare disturb you.
You've been pretty lax in your duties recently.
Look, Marlo, you've upset her.
She's antisocial, not upset.
She fought in the Battle of Tross, which makes her the only one of us who's ever seen any real action. She's just been through hell.
You have a crush on the new girl. What could you possibly see in her?
Maybe it's that she got into the MPs based on skill, unlike some I could mention.
I called you all here because I've got actual work for you, not just the same old crap. It's got something to do with the scouts being summoned to the capital. ODM use has been authorized, followed beside the convoy as additional security.
What are we supposed to be protecting this convoy from, sir? Never heard of anyone defying the government. They're just glad to be safe.
Serious. You can be in charge of this.
All you have to do is get people afraid of the freaky Titan/human that's coming through.
Busy enough as it is. Handle this one yourselves. And you better not screw it up.
Got stuck doing all the work all the time. Seriously.
You chose to join the military police. You're a slacker just like the rest of us.
I'm nothing like the rest of you degenerates. The military police is in dire need of repair. Once I'm in charge, I can make sure all those who are dishonest pay. Just need a little discipline.
What's the point? If a do-gooder like you was actually put in charge, you'd quickly find yourself working alone.
That's the first thing you open your mouth to say?
I don't doubt your sincerity. It takes a lot of courage to go against the flow. I know conviction when I see it. You're not the first person I've met who thought they could take on the world and change things. I respect that. Of course, it could be that you're all just a bunch of fools.
They might be, but don't go lumping me in with them.
You might be the biggest fool of them all.
Hey, watch it!
Or maybe you need to watch it.
Are those bastards illegally selling government property?
Maybe even worse.
Those supplies are the property of the hard-working citizens who paid for them with their taxes, and that means...
Can you believe this? Blackmailing a superior officer. You've got a bright future ahead of you.
Right, you get called out and you just automatically assume you're being blackmailed.
Spend it on a girl.
You should take that money out and throw it at him and say, I'm not taking your money.
What you did was against the law! Hey, wait!
You're under arrest for a treasonable offense against an officer.
Blatant disregard for the rule of law
Is standard procedure. So is this!
He's had enough, don't you think, sir?
Sorry about that, fellas. I hope our idiot hasn't caused you too much trouble. We'll drive the lesson home, don't you worry. Unless, of course, you'd rather have a much bigger problem on your hands.
Aren't you going to make the dishonest pay for their transgressions? I'm not entirely opposed to helping you out with that.
Damn it! Those people you know, would they have done it?
They might have.
I wanted to be brave.
Well, maybe instead of being brave, you come up with a plan that could actually work. Start paying attention to what's going on and figure out how you can actually fight it without getting fucking kicked to the ground.
To some, it makes you weak, but an ordinary person is all I want to be.
Annie!
Harmon.
5,000 strong. That's those MPs. See, I thought the MPs were the ones with the roses. Maybe they have more than one patch.
What's with the outfit?
Needed to conceal my ODM rig. See?
Where can you possibly hide?
We'll only need to hide him for a short while. This isn't a mutiny. We have every intention of returning. Just a few loyal scouts staging a small act of protest. We need time to gather enough evidence to overrun the Council's ruling about Eren.
You're serious about this?
Yes, you should be.
How can you be sure the evidence exists? And what is it?
Right.
I can't say. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Armin. I'm gonna have to decline.
They'll kill him for no better reason than that they fear what they don't understand. Their fear is pushing humanity to the brink of extinction. It's our only hope.
But why me? Do I really look like that good of a person to you?
No, but you have some morals.
I don't know. Actually, I've never placed much value in those sorts of labels. Good is merely applied to people who are convenient to our needs. It's purely subjective.
Not all that wrong.
Labeling people dehumanizes them. Regardless, if you still choose to say no to this request, in my eyes, that makes you a bad person.
So maybe I'm not saying you're good, but if you don't do this, then maybe you're bad.
All right.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Let's go.
Hopefully they haven't noticed my stand-in yet either. It's not gonna hold up under close scrutiny.
Are they putting Levi in his place?
After all,
I mean, I know they look alike, but,
Sean and I look nothing alike.
What was your plan B for getting over the wall?
We would have used our ODM gear to barge right through the checkpoint.
That's stupid.
Yeah, we know.
Why didn't you just avoid all this trouble? You could have escaped before reaching Stohas. Why wait till now?
This town's complex layout would allow us to squeeze a bit more time out of our body double. A head-on assault is ill-advised. So as long as the convoy acts like it's following orders, everyone keeps their defenses down.
It's a very good plan.
So his initial plan is good, but his backup plan is bad.
Remains of an underground city they were planning to build way back when.
Interesting.
If I'm right, it should lead us to the vicinity of the outer gate.
Annie, what's the matter? You're not afraid of dark, cramped spaces, are you?
So what if I am? I wouldn't expect a suicidal maniac like you to understand. You don't know what it is to be an ordinary girl, crippled with fear.
You can flip a full-grown man upside down, has nothing to fear from the dark.
That's just not true.
No, I refuse.
Different people have different things they're afraid of.
I'm too afraid. Above ground, I'll help. Otherwise, the deal's off.
We're running out
time!
Eren.
Stop shouting. Someone will hear you.
Yeah, dumbass.
I'm sure it's fine, Mikasa. It seems this place has been completely deserted.
All those scouts.
That hurts me. It really does. The way you're looking at me, I'd say you didn't trust me. Hey, Armin.
What were you doing with Marco's ODM gear? It had all the same dents and scrapes. I helped him with maintenance. I know you used it.
Yes, I found it and took it.
Then, the two Titans, it was you that killed them!
No one knows. If you suspected all of this, why did you wait this long to say anything?
Because even now it's difficult. I didn't want to believe that I was right. So I stayed quiet, out in the field. The fact that you didn't kill me, that's the moment that set us on the path.
Please! You've taken this joke far enough!
It's not a joke or a prank.
We'll understand! Prove we're wrong to accuse you!
We both know I can't. Like I told you, I don't have the Constitution.
We're talking about a matter of life and death!
Work with us! We can reason this out like human beings!
Enough! I'm not listening to another word of this. No point. I'm going to carve you up again. Do you understand me? I'm going to gamble too, and here's my wager! Eren!
Yep.
What are you?
It's too late!
So that's what Smile was her smile. Eren, when he transitions, he has somewhat some of his looks and characteristics. So I was thinking that the female Titan probably had some of those looks and characteristics too. But I didn't think of her. I was thinking of the girl earlier in the season that was warning Eren about the sacrifice that all the military were making for him. I was thinking it might have been her. I didn't even think of Annie at all.
The identity of the female Titan has been discovered. All along, it was Annie Leonhardt. However, even when faced with irrefutable truth, Eren can neither bring himself to transform, nor fight his former comrade in arms.
Ugh, that sucks. I don't know, like, I thought Annie seemed like she was doing a lot of stuff strategically to get ahead without, like, putting in too much effort and shit like that. But she also seemed to act like she didn't care about certain things. Her actions spoke louder than her words. She seemed to care about those things even though she acted like she didn't. Yeah, at least now they know who it is. Then the question becomes, how early did she get this ability to transition into a Titan? Has she been like this all along? Like, at least in her training in the military? Or was it something that came after that? Don't know. But that's all I got for you this week. I will see you next week. Bye. I'll see you when I see you. And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.